Hi, my name is Anuradha Viswanathan. I'm 43-year-old and I work as a project manager in TD Bank. I'm a breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed in 2014 and I went through a lumpectomy, chemo and radiation. I'm currently on tamoxifen medication. I have a small family. My daughter, she's 9 years old, and my husband is also working in IT. So it was 27th of November 2014 when my surgeon called me for a quick, she preponed my visit actually after my biopsy test. And that kind of scared me, and we immediately went into her office, and then she told me like I have stage 2 breast cancer, and I did not know how to react immediately because the message didn't even sink through in, and I was like, what is she saying? Like, I was just listening to her for like maybe 30 minutes, and down the line I just broke into tears, and the first thought that came to me was, oh, I'm going to die, and I have like a 3-year-old daughter who's going to take care of her. That's the first thought that came into me, and I was like literally crying in front of her. And then she started talking to me. Like, she mentioned to me, I'm lucky because breast cancer is something where there is a lot of research that has gone, and there are a lot of options for medications, and I'm lucky that way. It's not some other cancer like lung cancer or even like pancreatic cancer where there's not much research that has happened. So she gave me that assurance that it's going to be okay. And then she started discussing the options with me, like what I can do, what I'm going to go through, what all I need to do. So I kind of calmed down a little bit temporarily. And after the doctor visit, when I came back home, I was literally back in tears thinking about my daughter. And every time I would see my daughter, that's where like I was going back to that state where it was like so much fear, like what's going to happen to her more than me actually. And while this was happening, I would say like my husband is my greatest strength and support. So he just told me like, if you are there, we are there. Why do you worry so much? And that kind of pricked me a little bit. And then I started thinking, okay, God, even if I'm going to die, God has given me some time to live my life the way I want. Because I was imagining like, I'm driving, I'm going somewhere. People like meet with accident, they die on the spot. There's so many things that happen in the world. Life is uncertain for everybody, not just because I have cancer, like, this is going to affect me. So I started realizing that a little bit, and that actually gave me strength. I was like, it's fine. Who knows what is going to happen tomorrow? Like, fight it, live your life happily, like whatever you can do. I don't believe I even cried once after that. It was a turning point, like where I thought, it happens. So there are a couple of things, as a cancer survivor, I would want people who are going through this journey to know. Don't be afraid to talk about your problems, because a lot of time I found that talking to somebody helps, and then it also makes you realize that you can do it, and you are bolder than what you think you can handle. And don't worry too much about what's going to happen tomorrow, and think like, what if this, what if that. Just live in the moment, do everything that you can, and just forget about the rest. Enjoy your life. Don't postpone your things that you would like to do. Always don't think about your past, don't think about like why me, don't think about what's going to happen in future, but it's always like enjoy your life at that moment, and everything will fall in place. I believe when we worry too much about like what's going to happen next,
I think you create a stress within your body, and I believe cancer also gets impacted because of that stress, and that's the last thing you want to do when you're going through this journey. Talk to people, that really helps. Maybe, if you can find, like, people who share your same interest. Have some hobbies, keep yourself busy. Don't be idle, because idle mind is the devil's workshop. You get to think a lot at that time, and sometimes negative thoughts come through. And it's okay if you even think negative for, like, 5 minutes, because we are human beings and you tend to feel that way. But always make an effort to overcome that fear and just move forward and forget about that. I do feel like negative things at certain point of time, but I think it's probably 5 minutes, and then after that I'm like, it doesn't matter. That's how I take it. So there is nothing you can do about it. Just accept it and see the positive side of what you can do, what you can change, how you can live your life happily, rather than worrying about what is going to happen tomorrow, what is going to happen next month. So that is what changed everything for me.